Welcome back, Patriots, for another episode of the Bald Brad Show. We are growing bigger than ever, folks. I don't know what's going on, but you guys have been bonkers on hitting that like button, giving us comments, following us on Rumble, following us and subscribing to us on YouTube. The Kamala Harris campaign's spiraling out of control, and it's bad. It's getting worse, you guys. They are trying to hit every waking moment doing interviews with the media all of a sudden because they're on damage control. They're trying to clean up on aisle 5, 6, 7 all at the same time. You got Barack Obama coming out campaigning for them. You got Bill Clinton coming out being chauffeured out campaigning for them. Joe Biden at any moment will continue to be campaigning for them. It's bad, and they're all botching it. That is not what is supposed to happen. What is supposed to happen is those people come out and kill the interviews. They do an amazing job because, hell, they've done it for decades now at this point, or definitely years. So you got Barack Obama coming out, right? Blaming black people for some ungodly thing about not supporting Kamala Harris or whatever. And then you got Bill Clinton, which we'll get to, basically saying the truth out loud that, hey, you know what? If you would vet illegal immigrants, we wouldn't have this problem. Then you got Joe Biden basically sabotaging Kamala Harris's campaign by sitting there doing pressers and interviews while she's out on the podium speaking and her campaign's pissed off. So now you got the Joe Biden camp fighting with the Kamala Harris camp, duking it out with each other in the White House. The drama is unfolding before our eyes. Oh, not to mention yesterday's episode, all the clips that we showed. And by the way, we weren't even through half of it. There was one clip in particular that I had to do a little bit digging for because I couldn't find it. If you recall, it was her favorite one. It was the favorite one. This one was a top Kamala surrogate, Andy Bashir, struggling to articulate. You all remember this. I have to let it be the first clip. It's still so good. Struggling to articulate Kamala Harris's achievements and what the Biden administration has done. You'll remember.
You think she will be different than Joe Biden? What do you think the difference is? She struggled on The View to say anything about anything different, that she would be different.
Well, of course she'll be different because we are all different individuals. But just look at the
policy-wise.
They're right there. Right, but President Biden's plans were about building a future economy that is happening right now. We're building the 2 biggest battery plants on planet Earth in Kentucky. We built the cleanest, greenest recycled paper mill the world's ever seen. Those are all through his policies.
He did such a good job, you guys, that he built a paper mill and a battery factory. That's how much the Biden-Harris campaign is killing it. Holy lordy, man, this guy, unbelievable. Oh, God, he built a paper mill. It's still remarkable. It was the best clip yesterday. Out of an hour-long show, that was the best one. The dude built a battery factory and a recycled paper mill. Sick. Doing great things. Doing great things over there. And like I said, folks, that's been nonstop. That type of messaging, that type of interview has been relentless, where everybody's looking around and be like, that's what you did out of 4 years? You built a recycled paper mill? Yes, Democrats, yes. And that's who you're trying to vote for again. She's not going to fix anything, but don't worry, she'll build more paper mills. In the same way, they spent $7-8 billion on these electric vehicle power little generator things to charge up your car, and they built one of them. Well, it doesn't stop there. You have here NBC calling out the fact that, look, Trump's economy was a lot better than Kamala's, and she's going to have a tough problem trying to explain that one.
NBC survey shows is that for convincible voters at this point, it is the economy. It's not abortion. It's not immigration. It's the economy. And so that needs to be the core of the argument for Harris in the close. And it frankly is a Trump strength. So I think it's going to be a challenge for her, because I think the case that he makes on the economy is, listen, look back to when I was president. And as the poll also reveals, people have a much more positive impression of the economic policies during Trump's first term than certainly those of Biden's.
And Trump is absolutely, as we're talking about this gender divide, focusing on men, not just white men, but also black and Hispanic men too. Yeah. One of the campaign ads that he's running the most in this final several weeks is an anti-transgender ad. And his campaign tells me that is not a play for the base. That's a play for Hispanic and Black men who are more culturally conservative. And they think that they can get that.
What the NBC survey
oh boy. Can we just talk about what the news has come to? Can you just see this table? What the hell's going on? What is going on? Holy lordy. Oh my goodness. So like I mentioned, folks, it's spiraling out of control. The Harris campaign is falling rapidly behind Donald Trump with the 3 new polls that came out just the other day. Harris lost steam in her edge against former President Donald Trump, and it has slipped in 3 major polls with less than a month to go until Election Day. Yet another blow to Democrats who were already starting to panic about November. So this is like double panic because they were panicking about Joe Biden before, right? Freaking out. It was originally Joe. They gave the guy the boot, which I'm not even so sure if that letter that Joe Biden sent out on Twitter was actually Joe Biden. I'm really kind of conspiratorial with that in terms of, was it really him that wrote that letter? Or was Joe Biden kicking his feet on the beaches of Delaware, having a martini while the whole world is crumbling? And then one of his people behind the scenes who has control of his Twitter posted it. And then they called him up. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joey, just to let you know, you dropped out. Huh? What? I dropped out of the Senate? No, Joe, you're president. You dropped out of the office of the presidency. You're done, bitch. Boop. Hey, it might be close. It might be close to what happened. So Harris lost 6 percentage points. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know. Are you having a good time? Is it okay that we joke around like that? You let me know in the live chat. I see y'all in here. We got a lot of people watching. Holy lordy. Harris lost 6 percentage points. Jeez, on Trump in a single month? Whoa. Oh my God, that's an NBC News poll, not exactly favoring Donald Trump there, folks. Given the former president the slimmest lead of 47-46 among registered voters. I just want to know who those people are that are voting for Harris, because every interview that I see from those on the street interviews are people being asked, who are you voting for? I'm voting for Harris. But why? Like, what is her biggest accomplishments? The things she's done for women. Well, what has she done for women? Abortions? They're not with us, man. I'm telling you, there's people that live under rocks, man. And they vote. That's the thing. They vote. They don't know how many stars are on the flag. They don't know how many states. They don't know the surrounding countries. They don't know how many continents we are on. I mean, if you see those on the street interviews, man, it is all true. Don't think that they're just going out, just taking the 1% of dum-dums. No. They are just picking people off the street, and people really are just that dumb. They don't know anything. You also have here, I want to look at the Real Clear Politics one, because that's the one who Philip Wegman works for. With the fresh batch of polling, Harris led in the Real Clear Politics aggregate of recent multiple candidate national polling, has also slipped and now sits 1.4 percentage points down from 2.2 on Saturday. So that one's probably a little bit more realistic in the polling done. I trust Real Clear Politics a little bit more than the other ones. Rasmussen tends to lead Republicans, but Real Clear Politics tends to be a little bit more unbiased, and I like them because Philip Wegman is with them.